Today we're going to test batteries. You need usually a 9/16 for stud style group 31s. So this is a 9/16 ratchet. And then we use a tester. These are 12 volt batteries. So when we test, we're going to want it to be 12 volts. You want to make sure it's charged. This is a big toaster, so it just burns energy, and you don't want to touch it or you burn the crap out of yourself. So you always want to make sure you hold it up here when you're using the tester. So we got to isolate the batteries, and then we'll hook the tester up and show you how to do that. So one thing to think about when you're doing batteries is just because they're red and just because they're black doesn't always mean that who put it together had the right cable to put them in the right spot. Sometimes they'll just be all black everything. So you got to be mindful of verifying that the negatives are the negatives and the positives are the positive, and the colors all jive with what's really happening, so you don't get yourself in trouble and let the factory smoke out of stuff. So we got to isolate the batteries. So by that means we got to totally disconnect them from the truck and from all the components. Okay, so now take this little tool here. We're going to go red to positive, black to negative, and then we're 12 volts. You want to make sure your system's charged before you do it, and then we're going to flip the switch. It's going to turn on the toaster and burn a bunch of energy. And so it's holding, but it's kind of weak. So we'll go to the next one. Same deal, it's holding, voltage dropped. We may or may not have got the charge up where we wanted them to start with, but I cooked them pretty good, so they're holding okay. This one's probably a little more what a guy's looking for. Like it's at the bottom end of what you want to see, and it's holding. We're cooking the crap out of it. As you can see, the toaster is pretty damn hot at this point. Again, this isn't a how-to, this is how we do it. You can do it. There's more than one way to do things. Ideally, you would keep it in the green. So in this one here, these numbers right here tells you the cranking amps of your batteries. Here, we'll unhook it so you can see. It tells you the cranking amps of the batteries you're on. What we're on are 900, so we're between the 8 and the 1000. So we don't have to be up here in the green of 1000. We need to be in the green on the 800. So the first two were what you would call weak. They're getting weak. And then the second two were right at just fine. There you go.